I think it's fair to say most people have a favorite dessert. Mine is chocolate chip cookies. But not just any chocolate chip cookies. I like the thin, a little bit crispy, they kind of crunch in your mouth, tons of chocolate chips. They're amazing. I tried to make some a couple weeks ago at my friend's house and I had everything I needed except for salt because everyone has salt, right? Well, he only had truffle salt. We talked about it for a few minutes. I've never had a truffle, so I wasn't sure what the flavor was. So I added it. Yeah, mushroom chocolate chip cookies are not the way to go. The earthiness came through a lot more than I was expecting, and so they were a fail. He didn't seem to notice, but I didn't like them. So I've wanted chocolate chip cookies since then, but I haven't made them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've got everything measured out. Got my flour, my brown sugar, the regular sugar, some salt, some vanilla, uh, baking soda, 2 eggs, my butter, and of course, the chocolate chips. I was thinking, we'll see how it goes, but I might add a little bit of maple syrup to them too. I tend to like dark brown sugar a little more. I like the flavor of molasses. But I'm thinking the maple syrup could be kind of cool. It's not maple syrup. Well, it's maple syrup, but it's real maple syrup. It's not pancake syrup. Um, but here's the thing. This is what I'm going to try and see how it works out. I really like chocolate and I really like bacon. So I'm going to chop up some bacon and cook it in the oven. We'll see how that turns out. Could be amazing. So I went ahead and got 7 strips of bacon ready. And I washed my hands ahead of time, of course. Always important to do. So we can go ahead and chop this up. It can definitely be more difficult than you would expect. Now that it's all cut, I'm going to go ahead and spread it out on this cookie cooling rack, actually, that I have over a baking pan. I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out, so I'm going to cook a couple full strips next to it, so that way if that looks better, I can chop them after. Okay, so I looked online because I do that for most things, and it said to put the bacon in the oven cold and then turn it on 400 and leave it for 17 minutes and just check it periodically to make sure it burns. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll get back to you when it's done. Alright, so the bacon's all done. I went ahead and cooked it a little longer, put it in the food processor to chop it up a little better, and then put it back on the baking sheet so it could be really crispy. I just don't want any chewy pieces. But, so now we're ready to move on. Got my flour. I'm going to go ahead and add the baking soda to it, which is going to be half a teaspoon. Just making sure. Give that a little stir. Go ahead and put that to the side. Then I'm going to add in another bowl my butter, 2½ sticks, and sugar, and the brown sugar. And then I'm going to mix that on about medium until it's kind of creamy. Now that that's all mixed, I'm going to go ahead and add the water, vanilla, and eggs. Yep. It says to add a 1/4 cup of water, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some maple syrup to it. Just think it'll give it a little flavor. It's like breakfast. Maple syrup for your pancakes, a little bacon, put in chocolate chip cookies. Alright, go ahead and throw that in. And then I'm going to add my vanilla. This would probably be on the outtake reel because I feel silly. There's 2. My eggs. Wash my hands because I got a little egg on them. And then go ahead and mix that all together. Alright, so now I'm going to slowly add the flour into the wet ingredients until it's all mixed together. All right. I did forget to add the salt, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just a teaspoon. Throw that in there. Put the beaters back on. Whoops. Get on there. Boom. There we go. Now I'm done. Alright. Chopped chips. Oops. Couple for the counter. Throw those in because my workspace is clean. And just mix those all in. Alright, I want to make sure I have some cookies that I like at the end. So if the bacon thing doesn't work out, I want some regular ones. So what I'm going to do is split the batter in half. And then I'm going to throw in the bacon. It fell on the buttered paper. Now, let's bake some cookies. So to get the cookies ready to bake, it's really easy. I just take 2 teaspoons, and you're gonna go ahead and get a scoop about that big of your batter, and then just dole it out like that. It's about the size of one of those bouncy balls that you got in the machines when you were little. And then after that, just throw them in the oven. And I'm setting the timer for 15 minutes. Seems to be working out. And through the magic of technology, I've already baked some. They look amazing. As you can see, these are the bacon ones. These are the regular ones. They look the same, except if you look really close, you can see the little flecks of bacon in them. In case you were wondering, they're pretty much amazing. After you take them out, just let them cool on the rack for a minute, and then you're going to transfer them to a cooling rack so they can fully cool. It's made a ton of cookies. I'm definitely going to have to share them with all my friends. And you don't have to take my word for it. I'm going to ask people to post on this video if they like them or not. So there you have it. Bacon chocolate chip cookies.